ARC International Raceway in Xiamen, China for the first time here on day number 1 of two-wheel drive practice at the 2017 IFMAR Electric Off-Road World Championships. I'm Aaron Waldron here with Justin Wilde. And Justin, we saw some wild practice action so far
Very
today.
much, yes.
And Schumacher's Mikhail Orlovsky, fastest in both practice runs. The former four-wheel drive world champion looking something special.
Absolutely. His name has been around, and we've heard his name a lot in a lot of big races, but this is the first time I feel like on the dirt surface that Mikhail's really kind of stepped up and shown in both of those last seeding times that he's a force to be reckoned with in the two-wheel drive class this weekend.
And it's kind of interesting to see both Orlovsky and Bruno Coelho, both more well-known for four-wheel drive, both more well-known for racing on artificial surfaces, doing very well here on a very interesting, difficult, high grip, but rough, sugary, interesting track surface that we've seen here at the ARC International Raceway. It's something that none of the drivers have really seen before. They're all using a sweep racing tire that's not very common among the top off-road racers in North America and in Europe. And so to see Coelho and Orlovsky being some of the, well, actually even David Ronafalk as well.
Yeah, I was going to say you could throw Ronafalk in that equation as well. He said it himself in the interview earlier that he feels better as a four-wheel driver because it's closer to the 8-scale program he runs. So he was surprised a little bit as well. So all three of those guys.
It almost makes me feel like it, and this just occurred to me, the fact that that's not what these drivers would have expected is maybe why those three were so fast today.
Yeah, they kind of went out and just drove the track trying to limit some mistakes and were able to put down some of the quicker laps today.
And the perhaps the fastest of the traditionally quick two-wheel drive drivers, North American champion Ty Tessman in his X-Ray car, third quick in the second round of controlled practice, has been up front. Naoto Matsukura, the Infinity driver running team associated buggies this weekend, has been fast. Mayfield is quick. Cavallari, Martin Bayer, and Jared Tebow looking for another return to the IFMAR Worlds two-wheel drive podium. A lot of stuff that we saw today we'll get to see shake out tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot of those big names maybe struggled a little bit early on trying to feel out the track, but as the day progressed, we saw Cavallari, Spencer climb back up a little bit. Jared Tebow put in some good runs as well. So while we have a little bit of surprise up at the very top of the leaderboard, right in the mix is the names we expected to be there.
And as we talked to the drivers here in our Spectrum Race reports after that second round of controlled practice, everyone talking about how it's not so much of a conscious mind change to go from trying to put in 3 fast consecutive laps into trying to go a full 5-minute qualifier. It's just something that the drivers have sort of learned to do naturally, that they know the the mind game will change going into tomorrow, and they've got to approach it from a totally different perspective.
Right. Yeah, you heard a couple guys tried to lay the 5-minute run down and try and run it smooth and everything like that, and it just didn't work out. But their paces were still good, and like we had mentioned, those 12-lap runs are what we'll kind of be looking for tomorrow. And we saw even with some of the mistakes made, the faster drivers were able to get those 12-lap runs in those full 5-minute sessions.
And we've got 4 qualifying rounds coming up tomorrow for the two-wheel drive class, and a lot of racing action ahead. And we hope you'll join us when we get into those 4 rounds of qualifying tomorrow. You can check out our broadcast schedule, and we are in China Standard Time this week, so compare it to the clock that's embedded into that article on our homepage at liverc.com. And we'll be back tomorrow morning for 4 rounds of two-wheel drive qualifying. Our coverage this week brought to you by A-Main Hobbies and Proline Racing, along with Tekin, Hobby Wing, and Sun Pato. And he is Justin. I'm Aaron. We hope you enjoyed the show here in day number 1 from China.
We'll see you guys for qualifying.